Next topic.
Yeah, and so another trend that seems to be continuing here um, is
Great.
Carson Wentz being injured, and this
Yeah.
time his injury is almost comical. I don't want to say comical because it's an injury, but how does a person sprain both ankles?
How?
I get it. He came back in the game to play. I believe it was his right ankle that was sprained. The first time he comes back in, plays on it, and I could see how overcompensation could lead to a second ankle sprain. But it really seems like this could only happen to Carson Wentz. Injuries have
Most
just been
definitely.
the story for him throughout his career. Um, and I think I saw today that the Eagles get a second round pick for Wentz if the Colts don't make the playoffs. If they do make the playoffs, that pick gets elevated to a first round pick. And I think there's other contingencies that go along with his playing time as well. So there's multiple different things that this type of an injury could affect. Sprained ankles, both ankles sprained. You can play on a sprained ankle. Players have done it in the past. T.Y. Hilton played on a double sprain to get into the playoffs a few years back. So it can happen. But to have both ankles sprained for a quarterback, a player that needs his feet, needs a base to throw off of, to me, this seems like something that the Colts should probably shut him down. We've all been there, done that. We've seen this story over and over again. Carson Wentz shut down, but at this point in the season, this early, it seems to me like that's the only route to go. If they're thinking about playing this week, I would say that's just a failure from the head coaching spot to really think long term. So I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about this.
No, I
Carson
agree.
Wentz.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
okay. Damn. The Carson Wentz is just the D Rose of the NFL. He's just constantly getting injured. It's like that SpongeBob scene where the guy's like, I was born with paper bones and glass skin. Is like that's Carson Wentz right there. He just walks onto an NFL field and he's like, dang. Huh. I rolled my ankle just stepping onto this field. Oh God, this is bad. And Carson Wentz just having terrible luck, or maybe his body is just like, please, no more. You're not meant for this. You're too fragile. Oh man, he's having a rough go of it.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. He probably should be shut down because this is one of those things that can only get worse. And that's not doing him any favors. I feel absolutely terrible for him at this point. It's just bad luck, is what it seems like. And hopefully he gets better soon. Hopefully they handle everything the right way. And I don't know, it doesn't worsen like it tends to always do with him. Because I still think he's talented, but obviously the best ability is availability. And if he's out there getting hurt and he can't play, that doesn't bode well for him or the team. So they need to take this the right way, and hopefully he gets right.
So if Wentz doesn't go, if he misses any amount of time here, the Colts are left with Jacoby Eason, who came in relief of Wentz on Sunday and immediately threw a pick to Jalen Ramsey, which, look, throwing against Jalen Ramsey isn't going to be an easy task for any quarterback. But what do you guys think is the outlook here for the Colts, assuming that Carson Wentz misses time?
Well, it's not good. They're going to lose some games for sure. And, I mean, you're already 0-2. You got the Titans coming up this week. Huge division game. You lose this game, you're 2 games behind them, practically 3 because they'd have the tiebreaker the first time they played you. So it's a big game. And you win the game, you're in first place because you'd both be 1-2 and you'd have the tiebreaker. So, and that's – I know it's only week 3, but that's huge going in. That's the difference between being even after 3 weeks and chasing 3 games after 3 weeks with an injured quarterback. So it is big. And that's right away for whoever has to come in and play, whether it be Eason or – I think Sam Ehlinger's still there. Obviously, it's going to be Eason, though, because he's the guy that they brought in when he was hurt. And I know Ehlinger was hurt, too, at the end of preseason. But, I mean, maybe it's a mixture of the two of them. I don't know. Eason came in. You said the immediate pick. I don't think either one of them is going to lead the team to a win. But, no, they need Wentz. But, like I said, at the same time, it's not one of those things you can rush because sprained ankles are things that aren't going to heal unless you stay off of them. And, obviously, playing football is the complete opposite of staying off of them. Like you said, from the quarterback position, he was always on his feet and powering off that back leg. So I don't know. The outlook would not be good. This is a big game they got coming up. So
just to give some context here, the next slate of games here for the Colts, like you guys said, they have the Titans next week. Then they have Miami. Then they have the Ravens in a big one in prime time. Texans, they get a little break. I don't know how long or how bad these sprains are, how much time Carson Wentz would have to miss. But that Texans game is the only sign of relief here, because any of the 49ers and and the Titans once again. So Coop, go ahead. I just wanted to throw that bit of context in there.
Yeah, the Colts are going to be in a bad spot, to say the least, if Wentz is out more long term. They're sort of like they're not in a good spot right now, I don't think, because I think Wentz is past his prime. He's like D-Rose after the injury. He's just not the same. But they're going to be even worse shape if they're going to be having to start Jacob Eason or Sam Ellinger. I haven't heard of any of those two guys, so that most likely can't be good. So the Colts are in a pretty tough spot right now.
For sure.
Yeah, with the bye week not until week 14, this is about as inopportune a time for Carson Wentz to have two sprained ankles as they come.
Oh,
so,
man.
Yeah, rough sledding in Indy right now. That's for sure.
What the hell, Wentz?
So, yeah, we'll see how that develops here. But yeah, it was surprising because it was both ankles for me. I was like, this has to be a piece from The Onion or something like that.
Yeah.
But in the same breath, it wasn't surprising because it was Carson Wentz's ankles. So we'll see how that plays out.